That's so real. Okay. Hi everybody. I'm Ethan too. I have the monkey dart. Yeah, yo, I guess. Nobody knows what that is. I think that's music, right? So he lied to us. Ooh, I don't watch movies. We're gonna have watch. Anyways, welcome EEK podcast. We came up with this 30 minutes ago. That's cool. I com- I combined two ideas I had from a year and a half ago, and I put them into one thing. And now I have another guy named Ethan, and then I have Kyle, and told him to get on this. And Ethan just chugged half a Mountain Dew to wake up, and there it is. Yeah. So the morning, dude, I wasn't even up that. Oh, on Saturday I will. Yeah. Why are you up at 6 in the morning? How much? Okay. Yeah, but tomorrow Kyle, for context, I asked this guy to go to lunch. I gave him a heads up. Yeah, I was oh, whoa, I was gonna say you don't make bank. You can't lie to me there. Anyways, yeah, Eek podcast. Yeah, I'm like we said, we have two Ethans. Why is Ethan two placed above Ethan one? Ladders. Um, yeah, pretty much. I mean, we don't have to go that far. We were gonna name this the parent basement. That is already taken. But surprisingly, Eek isn't, which is insane to me. Really an which is a word I haven't said in so long, and I'm so happy I got to say. So pretty much the way, so we're all hosts. Uh, I'm probably the host. You'll see. We'll all be here most of the time. I don't know. So basically, Kyle is your anime guy and movie guy. Then one is your movie and game guy, and I will be your game and anime. I don't watch. I quote unquote don't have enough time for that. And we also just threw Ethan one into movies because, well, probably has watched more movies than I. And but I think most of the time all three of us will be here anyways. Uh, so yeah, that's who does what and who. You already know that because we have our names plastered on. Um, context to our intro. Um, man, what's the best way to put this? Ethan is like the only person in every friend group as a father or has a father figure in his life. Very funny. So we decided. So Kyle said that there are two Chads, a guy with a dad, in voice chat. Once again, not even 30 minutes ago. Now we're here. Uh, uh. Also, the name of the podcast is literally Ethan Kyle. We try to be monkey men. Someone unfortunately already has that, and to be quite frank, we could not top them. Their content is peak. their first frame was Sans Undertale and them doing Sans impression. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, pretty much though. Anime, games, movies. Probably see more anime and games than movies. But so Ethan and Ethan will be your games. Kyle will be Kyle and Ethan, and we can talk about game. Even though I don't think me or Ethan played a Fortnite. So 6 years. Uh, that's crazy. I it was original John Wick. Me when I paid for that game, I paid for Fortnite because it wasn't free yet. That was a crazy time. Now that you mentioned it, like season 1 and 2 of Fortnite, because Overwatch was in its peak as well. That was like 2017, 2017, early 20. That in my eyes is peak gaming. I was one of those. I I didn't know what I. Oh, that's why maybe that's why 2017 was. Bloons Tower Defense 5 would have just came out, by the way. Not mistaken. Maybe a little older than that. Do some. I'm a faster typer nerd. 2014. You can still play Bloons City 5 on your. Oh, Bloons Tower Defense 5 official release in 20. I lied. I just lied. Yeah, in 20. Okay, so Bloons Tower Defense 6 almost. 86 came out in 20. Good. What? 17. Breath of the Wild came out that year. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Divinity Original Sin 2. That's a game I forgot about. Nier Automata, Persona 5, Cuphead, Horizon Zero. That was a big year. PUBG came out. Ow. Yeah. You had Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Divinity, Original Sin 2, Persona 5, Edith Finch, Undertale on PS4, Okami HD, Shovel Knight. Oh. That'll be a good gaming topic, Ethan. Low key, talking about gaming years, we could rank every single game of the year, Ethan. Instead of talking about your crippling addiction to the Warhammer Total War series, you can join. Dude, I'm telling you, we can all be there. Like I'll go ahead and spoil our second episode. It will be oh no, our second one's about games. Me and Ethan are going to talk about why League of Legends is Kyle. A little bit of context because he's in the game. No, but I do want to. I do legitimately. Okay, first of all, we don't have cameras. I have a camera. Kyle and Ethan do not own cameras. Kyle's computer probably cannot handle. It probably can't. Plug it in. Uh, cameras are. I will buy them. I kid you not. I will. I have this dollar camera. 60. You're gonna make it? Okay. There's specific. Okay, we're not gonna spoil third episode. Second episode will probably just be about League of Legends because me and Ethan are recovering addicts. And, okay, Ethan, beating an addiction with another addiction isn't how you defeat addiction. And then went into Warhammer. And then how many do you have in Total War already? And it's been what, 2 months? Yeah, it's been 2 or 3 months. My copium has been loons. Then Kyle's a little league version. He likes ARAM, which is pretty based. ARAM. Yeah, he's an addict. Arguably just as bad. No. Yeah, it's different. You don't feel nearly as bad. Now, okay. Speaking of balloons, I talk about the 205 tax shooter. Like, can you name anything better than a 205 tax shooter? Or is he? Yeah. Why not just say 250? That's okay. That's an interesting. Wow. You know what we should really do? We should make Ethan watch. Just kidnap him and put him in a basement. Supplement he needs. We make him watch every single episode. Duct tape it. That's how we get him on the end. Because every anime I've ever described to this man, he just like just sounds like no, that is really like every time. Not kidding. I don't think I'll eventually find it. Like Ethan, just Ethan, I will give you my crunch and look through every single anime on Crunchyroll. You'd like Helsing, but like that's like look, dude, look at your would love. It's about vampires, bro. You love vampires. Yeah, I only watch the abridged version. He's watched more anime than I. How old were you? Why did you think the official anime would be on your YouTube feed? They want Ethan. They're trying to feed you propaganda. I'm not kidding. Not following enough alt rock. No, I'm trying to think of. Yeah. So you've watched what? Castlevania, Edge Runners. Have you seen any Nier Automata? Any? Oh, awesome. Ethan would not enjoy. I highly doubt Ethan. A man and a woman argue. 3%. A little girl explosion half the. You probably like stuff like Mirai Nikki. Maybe I'm just thinking of gore. He plays so much like play like Warhammer. I think like fantasy. I guess is probably a better way to pinpoint onto you as fan. Sucks. Yeah. Okay, that's a game to anime adaptation. There's only been like three good ones. So like, okay, I wouldn't be surprised. Very popular, which was gonna be so. Surely the adaptation of Berserk won't be bad, right, Kyle? Surely. Yeah. A lot of people that want to do Berserk, but it seems like every time that they give someone Berserk, it's the worst adaptation of all time. You know what Ethan would like? Ethan would really like Trigun. I think you should try watching Trigun. Trigun's like a really old gun. It's like a gunslinger, but it's futuristic in the sense that Cowboy Bebop is, where it's like sci-fi. But they just kind of have like, I don't know, like bikes. But it's all about using guns. Trigun Stampede is a complete 3D remake, the original anime, and so far it's in for a 3D animated in CGI, it actually looks good. I think after Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball movie released, CGI has to be good now because that movie that movie looked super good. So I think the standard for anime CGI has to go up. Name them. Okay. Okay. Both watch. Once again, I will give you the login for my Crunch. Watch them. I do. You know, like four people have my Crunchyroll account. That's why Crunchyroll is just better than it. They don't care if you share your pet. They're chill with it. People will find a way around that. For context, we're talking about Netflix was going to push out. Going to push out what's it called? Going to push out no sharing password. Just insane. It's like, what if a kid, Ethan's perfect specimen example. Let's say little Ethan's parents are split and they live in two different households. How is that child going to watch Netflix? Talking about? What does that have to do with Netflix and the password? Um, like what is it? What are you supposed to like? In my sense, where some of my family lives in mom's boyfriend, how and I live up here in ghetto North Georgia. How am I like I can't use that Netflix? That's insane. Also, Kyle, That wild. Like, why would you ever want to like? I understand to them it's making more money, but maybe they would make more money if they didn't cancel every good show after once. Films. What's Velma on? Is Velma on HBO Max? Is that the platform? Yeah, we should push cancel culture to HBO Max for that. Why are they cooking? They do, I know, but but okay, but Ethan, they pushed Velma, bro. I have two. Oh yeah, no, because I think they know that it's rage bait at the end of the day. Like, see the joke they made about Shaggy, uh, the absentee father joke. Look, that I understand the entire point of the show is to push out bad stereotypes on every other race, but what is Velma just Indian? No, they push out bad stereotypes on every other race, but which is what Velma or I don't remember her voice. Which they made him a stereotypical stupid jock white guy. Which I'm not. Look, I know I said we are not going to be this for politics, but since this is about film and media, this counts. They pushed a stereotype on every single type of race like, that they have in the show, which is insane. I've never seen a show portray a white person like that. Like, because there's times that it's funny, but it's just not funny in Velma's case. Like, because they ruined a character that like was the complete opposite of that. Fred is literally just like that guy, and then they just made him like an asshole. To be honest with you, yeah, that's the entire point of Scooby. And they don't like like I still believe that the way that it should end is Shaggy and Vilma have a child and just Scooby Doo. Like she has a literal dog as her child. That's how they should end it. Why? Because that would be funny. That's the only saving grace. I can't believe like I'm happy that Scooby's not in it. They but it's like I don't what's the point of having a Scooby Doo without like the only, when every single fucking show Ryan he doesn't make adult shows cut. Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, Family Guy has Brian Griffin. Like, okay, so you named Futurama. I was gonna say you just named Futurama, Family Guy, and American Dad. That's why Rick and Morty's bad, dude. There's no. Okay, well, we won't talk about Rick, dude. Low key, Rick and Morty may honestly be better. That man is has nothing to do with it. Other than the voices, right? Hey, maybe the voices will make it though. So do I. I think so. We all agree that Family Guy's number one, right? Also, Seth MacFarlane is, yeah, Seth MacFarlane is that guy. Like the difference is like between Seth MacFarlane and Justin Roiland is one, Seth MacFarlane is not a horrible human being from what I understand. Please, Seth MacFarlane, don't prove me wrong. Ethan was about to interject. What were you going to say? Yeah, yeah. Which is based and funny. Um, have you, Ethan? Have you listened to any of Seth MacFarlane's songs? So I don't know if how much you're on TikTok. You probably heard on Twitter. He was in Sing, like the movie about animals singing. He he voiced the mouse at like the final audition. And Ethan, I want you to go look it up and listen to it. It's called My Way. I believe a Frank Sinatra song, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. Uh, it is Frank Sinatra. I was correct. And then I looked up Seth MacFarlane's YouTube. He does incredible jazz. Like he genuinely has a great voice. I think that's the difference with Seth MacFarlane and most other adult. Yeah, because Seth MacFarlane does low it, right? Tripping. Who voices the Lorax? Yeah, that's Stanley DeVito. I don't know when I looked that up or why I looked that up, but that is very interesting. It was okay, no, so it's not. It's not Seth MacFarlane. Who does Seth MacFarlane? Oh, he also does American Dad. I forgot. He's Peter, Stewie, Brian, Quagmire, and Tom Tucker. He also does. Um, I don't know the. Oh, he also does Kool Aid Man. He also does Kool Aid Man, by the way. He also voices Ted, which I love the movie. I love Ted 1 and 2. I don't know what your all's opinions on the Ted movies are. They are hilarious. And they have some of my favorite cutaway gags ever. Um, I just want to look up who all he voices. Here we go. Okay, no, I just want to know who he. You have a behind the voice actors page, so he voices people. Okay, no. Anyways, he he also voices two people. He also voices, which are probably from the crossovers, but yeah, he also voices half the American Dad, half the American Dad cast as well. It's pretty cool, all things considered. Yeah, he's just very. Oh, he also, yeah, he's just really good at what he does. Wow, he has a lot of things. He also hosted it. I just didn't know. I think Honestly, adult adult cartoons are interesting to talk about because there are ones that are like BoJack Horseman that are genuinely good, and then there's ones like Big Mouth that are some of the okay. When I was a freshman in high school, over at my friend's house, he goes, genuinely one of the show had one or two seasons. Because this is one of the funniest shows of all time. I was like, hey, just be Big Mouth. I have never been more upset and I felt uncomfortable. But like, yes, that ruined adult animation. It's it's weird. Like I love the guy who voices all of them. I can't remember his name right now. I can't remember his name. Nick Kroll. That's his name. John Mulaney also voices somebody. That's name for Jordan Peele. Why do so many? There's so many good. Oh my God, Zaka. Yeah, you know Zaka. Oh, it's the guy that's just between two ferns. Like, yeah, this is a Gratitoad. He voices Gratitoad, literal toad. Oh, we're gonna speak about adult animation. Finding Friends. That is like the perfect example. Like that is Kyle. We you need Kyle. I'll watch party. It's so funny, Kyle. Yeah, and it's chaotic. It's insane. The voice acting is hilarious because it's just the guys who make the show, and they also get like it's insane because what Gil is it Gilbert Gottfried, right? Gilbert Gottfried's last ever role before he passed away was voicing God in Smiling for. Yeah, it I don't know. I just know that apparently Christian is really expensive. Yeah, because they wanted to. Because yeah, because he would have said something more than likely. They have Erica Lindbeck on there, which is hilarious because she's like a really big. Like, but okay, so we obviously had Zach and Michael, Finn, Nick Lahr, Joshua Tomar, Mike Stoklasa, Erica Lindbeck, Nick Wolfhard, Harry Patridge, Monica Franco. Like, it's great. I kid you not, Kyle. I am so down to do a watch party. It's so good and so funny. David Dor, yeah, Michael Cusack. I like Charlie and Pim are two of the funniest. Also Desmond, fucking dude who holds a pistol the entire dude. Yeah, Finn Wolfhard's yeah, and it's chaotic and the colors are super good. The art style is super what's it's expressive. It's really interesting. It makes you think like it's kind of like BoJack Horseman has that same thing where the art style isn't anything normal. Their colors pop out from the background, their characters pop out from the background. Obviously, he's a fucking horseman. That probably helps. Like BoJack also tackles real life problems, so that's probably a little different. Family Guy just has some of the funniest cutaway gags sometimes, like fucking the Madagascar one. The oh, these animals are so funny. It makes me want to merge into traffic without looking. Kyle, since I will be sending this to you, I want you to edit that clip there. That's the only thing you'll have to edit all this entire time. You're the only one with an editing software, bozo. Now that's the only clip I'll send you the clip too, so you have it. And then yeah, no, uh, South Park is so interesting to talk about. South Park has somehow kept it super offensive tone. I feel like nobody ever talks like you're wrong. Like I don't know what you're all. Have y'all ever played the South Park game? The harder the difficulty is, yeah. I thought it was fractured but whole. Pretty sure it's fractured but whole. Yeah. Great gameplay. Whenever you get the platinum achievement in game, I think it's Cartman. I can't say the K word because it's YouTube. But we you to kill yourself that you're a nerd and a loser or something like that. Which is I haven't seen. I believe a new South Park episode has two of the characters doing TikToks, and the South Park they made a TikTok for them, and they've been posting these characters doing actual TikTok, which is just marketing genius, right? I see so many South Park clips on TikTok, it's insane. Like it's like Bluey. Do you know what Bluey is? TikTok. I watched Bluey last summer. World. Bluey is genuinely a great show. By chance someone is coming across this, not too young, they have to at least understand how let them have a con. Bluey's a great show. Super friendly, super comfy, and low key. They tackle real life situations. Handle it really well. I believe they talked about they called infertility. They talked about infertility. Talked about great stuff. Talked about social. They're really good about tackling, which I feel like adult shows should. Like the thing is, like BoJack Horseman tackles real life situations. Rick and Morty makes Pickle Rick joke. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like like when Pim starts going insane from loneliness and the air side of the like it's insane. Like the suicide one obviously a perfect example. Yeah, and yeah. And then there's also the shrimp, the neat. Of course they made the shrimp a neat. I can't remember. Oh, salad that brought me back. Yeah. Salad fit you and then there's also that segues me that segues me on to Don't Hug. Don't know what that is? They have they have a show now, but it's on a British channel, and I'm hoping they can release. You watched it? Is it good, dude? I could not sleep. I watched it when I was a child. Obviously, I it it still gives me chills thinking about it because like all the conspiracies. Yeah, it would have been. I was in uh the conspiracies behind it and like the dad or whatever was like the most terrifying. Also, watching the duck be eaten alive, not enjoy. Oh yeah, no, they are. You know, watch it. Got to do. Yeah, obviously. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was one of the biggest internet phenomena. That's like that thing's name Poppy. Yeah, she is she still doing music? Because is she still with the guy who started out her channel? The the dude that was because I knew that he was like her something. I need to listen to her. Now we're getting to like oh Jacksepticeye played Mario Kart with like Jack Black and like did you see that? Chris Pratt. You know what? Good for him. Good for him, right? He so could you imagine playing Mario Kart with Jack Black, Charlie Day, and Keegan Michael Key? Could you imagine? Okay, let alone playing it with Jack Black, but I'm like Mike Ethan, you could legitimately probably send him an email and he would respond to you saying, "Hell yeah, let's." I'm not joking. Tenacious D is one of the rawest fucking music things. My favorite thing ever is someone saw him and they were like they were in a car and they were like, "Oh my gosh, it's Jack Black." And he goes, "Yes, it's me. What do you need?" And he was like doing like a kind of like a character thing and the guy goes, "I thought you drive something more fancy." And he goes, "No, my trusty 2012 Dodge Dart is all I need." And he puts on a pair of sunglasses and drives. And like it's not scripted because the person is legitimately like in tears, like so excited to meet him. It was so funny. Jack Black is just like what every celebrity should strive to be. Well, I I also think Adam Sandler is a good example. Yeah, but I think Adam Sandler's a better example. Adam Sandler's really nice to people who aren't. antagonizing him because like I've heard people say that he's a great person to talk with. The thing is that my least favorite videos is the people who goes, so "What do you do for a living? Like what's your career?" Someone asked Adam Sandler that, and he goes, "Really, man?" and just walks away. And people are like, "Wow, Adam Sandler is so mean and rude." No, you ask the multi-million-dollar person who does movies for a living, and you do movies does for a living. See, Ethan, I told you podcast talked for 45 minutes about random things in our intro episode. And I watched a video today by Sunny, great YouTuber by the way. Um, Jelly, Jelly Quabblecop, and that I remember watching Quibble. I remember watching Quabblecop when I um super crazy. Like YouTubers just like use all their money. How do you do that? I like I don't understand. You have millions of dollars. Would you not invest that? Like we were talking about Chris. He's a very his example is someone who gets too much fame and different. Fame didn't. Someone who gets too much fame and too much money, and they don't do the right thing with it. And like they were in the video, they were talking about 6.5 million videos when he used to get like 10 million. Why would you use it on a $6.5 million house that you are the only person living in? I like if I had $6.5 million, dude. Why the hell would I not be investing that? I know, like content creation dies eventually. I don't. PewDiePie is like a. Those guys are an exception because they're just like universally loved. Yeah, like can't stay like can't be an apex predator. Take Cocaine Bear for an example. He was only the apex predator for 20 minutes. Dude. Ethan, wanna go see Cocaine Bear with us? Yep. I think me and you. I know me, Kyle, and I don't know if anybody else go. We're gonna go see Cocaine Bear. You're more than welcome to tag along. Y'all gotta watch. Ugh. Oh, you didn't see Puss in Boots? Okay, so you have seen Puss in Boots? Oh, dude, that Ethan, I kid you not, is one of the greatest movies ever made. Like, there is nothing wrong with that movie. They did a perfect job. Like DreamWorks, they're making a live action How to Train Your Dragon. Please don't turn it. That may work. Like Disney movies, I think How to Train Your Dragon works a live action thing because we've seen Game of Thrones. We know that dragons are easy to animate for CGI. Also, fun fact: most of the people who voice characters in Train Your Dragon look almost exactly like. Actually, no. Ethan, go audition for Hiccup, please. Dude, DreamWorks is just they put. It feels like DreamWorks hits the nail on the head way more. That's because I don't think DreamWorks lets its movies take itself seriously until a very specific point. In all the Shrek movies, just funny shits and giggles, and then there's a really deep moment, and then it goes back to being like that's why the Shrek series, the three Shrek movies, because there's only Shrek 1, 2, and 4. They didn't. There was never a third movie. Um, both. Yeah, Shrek 3 isn't even that bad of a movie. It's just the other Shrek movie. I'd rather watch Shrek the Third than Buzz Lightyear. Ethan, Buzz Lightyear is unironically the most boring movie I've ever. Exactly. Oh, really? That's that's insane. Really? Like they went and watched the movie, saw them kiss, and then walked out and asked for a refund. Crazy. Man, they'll hate the new JoJo part. Amen, brother. Yes, sir. I'll look at it because if I change Windows on Discord, it will no longer be us. We're at 52 minutes. Podcasters, dude. No wonder Joe Rogan can fit the worst shit of all. It's funny. Joe Rogan can either have the worst opinions ever or genuinely good ones. There's never an in between. He does not have a middle ground. Like he actually puts research into the shit he talks about. Like that's insane to me. I've seen him have good conversations, which I'm like, oh, maybe Joe Rogan isn't that bad. And then the next time he says, "Man, I just this is the most homophobic thing." Oh, Alex Jones is the worst human being. Andrew Tate may be the worst. Kyle, there's a clear bias of what you do and don't watch. I was gonna say like 80% of this are just shit that you've seen and I haven't. You added an Ethan Bate character in here, and I think that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. The Edge Runners character. Oh, that's so funny. Honestly, I think we're at a pretty good closing point talking about Alex Jones. I think we're good. Uh oh wait, guys, he never made a schedule. Are we thinking weekly, 2 a week? Brother, I only work now. I have nothing else better to do. Ethan's off. I just need to know how many times a week we plan to. I can do twice a week. Ethan, sweet. Well, no, the only editing you'll like podcasts are typically the only time we're never going to be big enough to where we're editing to the point where we're like swapping cameras for thing. The only the only time you'll ever be editing is if I say, dude, we should edit this in podcast. That's when you should like this one. I just need the one Family Guy clip, and you don't have to edit anything because unless we get like a bumper, but even then, who cares? Okay, yeah. So we should just do this. I don't know, twice a week's fine to me, and we can either like record them in like back to back, or we and then whenever we upload, that will be that will be the upload schedule. Just know that no matter what, two a week will happen. They will not be more than likely they won't be on the same day unless I post. That's crazy. See, Ethan, that Mountain Dew, like Ethan, look at that. Kept you up for almost an hour, huh? We don't have an outro. We have the end. Maybe we should just all scream, dude. Okay, I will be. That sounded like a fucking carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. Oh, have you ever heard those things? They're so miserable. They'll do like a beat every like 20. Okay, dude, I don't know how to close a podcast. Thank you all for listening. If we get anyone to listen other than myself, real, my mother would listen to this. I'm Ethan too. That's the perfect outro, guys. Let's go. And this is Eek. This is really late in the week. We shouldn't. Ah, who cares? We'll upload this whenever we feel like it. Yeah. Let's go. Whenever Kyle decides that he has more free time than I just realized our profile pictures haven't been. I wasn't tabbed on Discord. Be more funnier. Okay, I'm ending it. This is cringe.